Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we will be backtesting the 9am CR model. This is not going to be like my previous videos. I am not introducing any new concepts and I am not clarifying any of the previous concepts. This is a backtesting video as you guys have all asked for. You ask and I provide. Now, I don't want to make you guys think this is a recurring theme. I am not going to be releasing backtesting videos. This is once in a lifetime thing for me. I do not think it's necessary to succeed. You do not need to look at somebody backtest in order to backtest. Let me make that clear. Now, let's get that out of the way. Here's another tip. Do not use the replay function. You want to see where the right entry is rather than guess where it is. Seeing where the best entry is and studying the best entry possible is how you backtest. Then once you are ready, you can start front testing on a demo account or a live account. If you are front testing on a live account, be sure to have a small amount of capital, not a large. So let's get right into it. I don't want to bore you. Then again, these videos are quite boring. This is why it's not going to be a reoccurring theme. So let's pick any random day. Here's a little trick for you guys. Head over to the Fibonacci section and click Fibonacci time zone. Go from 9 a.m. to 9 a.m. What does this do? This will help you draw out every single 9 a.m. instead of manually, having to find it yourself. These Fibonacci lines will draw it for you. Now, we'll just rewind till here, so dropping time frames will be a lot easier for us. Step 1 in the 9 a.m. CR model, of course, is to draw out the high and low of the 8 a.m. 1 hour candle. Step 2, of course, is to draw the high and low of the 9 a.m. 15-minute candle. Step 2. With that being said, take out our trend line, 8 a.m. high. $8 a.m. candle range high and the 8 a.m. candle range low. Step 2, drop down to the 15-minute time frame and draw out the 9 a.m. candle range high and low. So high and the low. So let's take a look at the 1 minute time frame to see exactly what happened. Don't overcomplicate anything, guys. These are the 2 steps that you need to follow. So, of course, 9 a.m., 1 minute time frame. we hit the 9 a.m. CRH candle range high right here. Broke down below. If you would have entered, this would have been a turtle soup on a 3 minute. And if you took this trade right here for value gap turtle soup, your target would have been the midpoint. Okay, now trading the 9 a.m. CR model with the order block, so using my entries, this would not have been a trade. Simple, guys, you do not enter here. Okay, so you skip this, you do not enter anything. Let's take a look at that 15-minute time frame just to be sure. So as we can see, we have the next candle range high and candle range low. Not 9 a.m., 9:15. Now, why am I taking the next candle? Because we closed above the previous candle. You do not use a range that was closed above unless you are looking for an entry. So using the 9:15 candle range high and low. Why? Because we closed above the 9 a.m. candle high. Sorry, the 8:45 a.m. candle high. Came below. Order block formed with a close above. Entry. Swing failure. So this right here, guys, I want to be clear. This right here, we did not turtle soup the low. We came into the order block. Must be random, right? This would have been your entry to go long now with the proper risk to reward. So when you're entering a trade, you do not want to enter at the top. Why? Because your risk to reward is garbage. 1-to-1, garbage. You want to wait for the proper entry. And my recommendation is 3R minimum. So you could have waited until price reached the midpoint of this order block, the mean threshold, and enter a trade long. Now, personally, you do not need to execute anything here. If you only want to use the 9 a.m. candle high and low on the 15-minute chart, there would have been no trade today, which is fine. Let's move on to the next day. So guys, it's very, very simple, straightforward, and boring. This is very boring. I don't know if it's just me, but this is why I'm not going to be releasing any more backtesting videos. So let's just advance the time. 8 a.m. candle high and low. Let's drop down to the 15-minute time frame and draw the 9 a.m. high and low. Now, before moving further, I want to make something clear. In this situation, you would not use the 9 a.m. candle. You would use the 8:45 a.m. candle. Why? because this in itself is the range, not this small candle right here. So we use this low, which is equivalent to the 8 a.m. candle low. So if you guys have traded, what day was this? Monday, June 10th. If you guys were trading and you used the 9 a.m. candle low, you would have been stopped out, right? So most likely stopped out in this candle. Why? Because you weren't using the right range. In this scenario, you must use the 845 candle. Why? Because it is a larger range. The low was hit, and we need to go to the other end, which is the CRH, the candle range high. All right, let's drop time frames to the 1 minute and look for an entry. Taking a look, first off, we have the 1 hour CRL and we have the 15-minute CRL coming below. We ended up turtle souping the low at exactly 9:30. So 9:31, but 9:30 manipulation and retracement distribution. All right, your entry would have been here, not here. So if you would have been entering here, right? Entry, you think this is an order block. No, it's not. Entry long, you would have been stopped out. Now, turtle soup. What is this right here? A breaker. This is a breaker. This is where you want to be entering. Now, if you go on to a 5 minute, let's see what we see. Five minute, we have a clear order block. So if we would have been on the 5 minute the entire time, you would have never been stopped out with this candle. Why? Because you would have only entered the order block when this candle closed. And after the close above the order block is the change in state of delivery. Your entry would have been within this order block. Calculate a good R to R. Entering here and taking profit at the candle range high. Stop loss at the swing low, 2.92. Let's get that to 3.36. Your entry would have been close to the mean threshold of the order block. Where do you take profits? Since there is a 15-minute CRT within the 1 hour CRT, and the 15-minute CRT is at the low with the 1 hour, you target the 1 hour high, not the 15. Partials always at the midpoint of what the 1 hour CRT. So how do you calculate partials? Take out your fib, go from high to low. Partials right here. Full take profits at the 8 a.m. CR high. Let's move on to the next example. Very, very, very simple, guys. It's not complicated. So let's rewind quick. First day, no trade. If we're following these two rules. First day, no trade. Second day, trade. And we win. Or profit. So step number 1, draw the 8 a.m. candle high and low on the 1 hour time frame. High and low. To make this more clear, I'm just going to make these thick lines. I'm not going to mark them out anymore. I'm just going to make them thicker So 8 a.m. high and low. Dropping down to the 15-minute. We will draw the 9 a.m. high and low. We will make the lower time frame CRT thinner lines. Dropping down to the 1 minute time frame, let's look for a possible entry. So this is a good scenario to bring up. What happens if we sweep the 1 hour low, but not the 15-minute low? You can still enter the trade. Why? Because a 1 hour CRT is the higher time frame. The higher time frame is what dictates the lower time frame, not the other way around. So, first off, we come below. These are not order blocks. I'm sure if you go into a 2 minute, it will be. Let's take a look. I do not consider these order blocks. Why? They are not thick and heavy candles. You can enter off of them, but I don't. Filter your trades. Make sure you are entering the highest probable trades and backtest. All right? So firstly, no entry off of an order block. Now, there is liquidity voids or fair value gaps. These are the entries. Okay? Turtle Soup at exactly 9:30. Manipulation into the entry. Enter long, targeting the CRH. Where do you take partials? Once again, you always take partials at the midpoint of the 8 a.m. candle high or low, depending on the range. So, entry long right here, targeting the CRH. Oh. Stop at the swing low with a 3.59 R to R. Now, you would have probably not entered here. You would have probably entered here. Why? Why is this the entry? It's not random. All right? Not right here, but here, as soon as it touches the level. All right? Why is that the entry? Because we are bullish. Order flow is bullish after we came above and souped the 8 a.m. candle low. We souped the 8 a.m. candle low, came above it. Market open. Where will we manipulate? If order flow is bullish, we will manipulate to the downside, reject a low, and reverse to the upside. That is a sequence. So, knowing this, we would look for our entries. Order block, no. Fair value gap, yes. Low, yes. 9:30 open, bang, manipulation downwards. Where? Right to the low. Turtle Soup inside of a fair value gap. And we are bullish. The order flow is bullish. We target the 8 a.m. CRH. Stop loss at the stop loss at the swing low. Simple. Let's go to the next example. Now, I think this is going to be the last example. It's very, 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 very simple. All right, you guys don't need more than this. It's simple. Follow these two rules. The 8 a.m. candle high and the 8 a.m. candle low. as well as the 9 a.m. candle high and the 9 a.m. candle low. Draw those out. That is all you need to do. All right, let's fast forward the time. So step 1, draw the 8 a.m. candle high and the 8 a.m. candle low. As you can see, this is a breakout. Let's take a deeper look. Head over to the 15-minute. 9 a.m. candle low and 9 a.m. candle high. In this situation, you do not use the 9 a.m. candle. Why? Remember that second example that I provided. Rewind the video to reference. Now, this 9 a.m. candle is within this 845's candle CRT. What does that mean? Well, clearly you would see we swept the high of the 8:45 a.m. 15-minute candle high. And where will price target? The midpoint and then the CRL of what range? This range. Let's drop down time frame. Let's make the 8 a.m. candle range high a thicker line. Lower time frame. First off, we are bullish. Why are we bullish? The 1 hour candle closed above and created a large range. This is the breakout. So we are expanding up, right? Consolidation, expansion, consolidation, expansion, consolidation, expansion. That is how the market moves. We are either consolidating or expanding. All right. Dropping down to the 1 minute time frame. As you can see right here, at exactly 9:15, the price souped the candle range high. Now, what is the order block? Which candle in here is the order block? Pause the video and look for it. For those of you who didn't pause the video, it is your loss, not mine. If you think this is the order block, you are not wrong, but it is not the most high probability order block in this range. If you said this was the order block, you are completely wrong. If you said this was, you are wrong. If you said this was, you are wrong. Why is this a valid order block? And then I will explain to you why it is not the most probable order block. So this is considered an order block. Why? Because it is the move that hit liquidity, right? So it's the highest and thickest up close candle in the swing high that took liquidity. Why would it not be this? Because it is not as thick and heavy as this one, right? So close below, tap into it, entry short, targeting the midpoint of the 15-minute CRT, and then the 15-minute CRL. So let's draw that out real quick. Entry right here. Stop loss at the high. Take profit at the low. The R to R is 4. Perfect, more than enough. Now, that is not the entry I would have entered on. This is the order block. Why? It is thick and heavy. All right? As soon as price closes below, we expand off of it. That is the order block. It is not random that price expanded quicker at this point in time compared to this point in time. There's a reason. The reason is more liquidity rests in a thick and heavy order block Write that down and study it and backtest it. That is a cookie for everybody watching until the end. I will repeat. There is more liquidity that rests inside of a thick and heavy order block compared to a small order block. That means larger expansions will occur when thicker and heavier order blocks are hit. Simple. Close below, entry short, targeting the midpoint and then the CRL. Where would your stop loss be? So let's do this right here. As you can see, if we put our if we put our stop loss at the swing high, the risk to reward is 1.84, which is terrible, garbage, in my opinion. I would personally put my stop loss at the high of this order block. That brings it to 2.55, which is not horrible, but it's not the best either. All right? So, sorry about that. It's not horrible. It is not horrible, but it is okay to take. So, this is all according to my own filters, how I trade. I do not take one-to-ones. Now, I know people that trade one-to-one and are very, very profitable. I have friends. One of my closest friends, actually, he trades, and he trades with one-to-one. Right, his setups are usually all one-to-one, 1.2R, 1.4R. Rarely do I ever see him take a trade, or does he tell me? At least I don't know. Maybe he's hiding it. I highly doubt it. Every single trader that I know trades differently. That being said, these are the systems that I operate by. So basically the minimum I would like to take is a 3 R to R. However, I am okay going down to a 2.5 R to R, depending on the scenario. That's going to be the end of the video. Listen, guys, I could continue going on. Like, it's just not necessary. I'm sure you guys are already bored by now. I'm bored myself, but I'm pretty sure you are very, very bored if you haven't already tapped off this video. I appreciate you for staying, but this is going to be the end. Guys, you clearly saw there's 2 steps to this model. The 8 a.m. candle range high and low, draw it out on the 1 hour, and the 9 a.m. candle range high and low on the 15 minute. These are the 2 steps that you must follow. I simplified everything for you. This model I am explaining it in the most simple way possible. Now, is it the best way possible? No. Will I teach it? Maybe in the future. As for now, you must master the easy models before you get to the advanced concepts. That is it for today. This concludes the backtesting session, and I appreciate everybody. With that being said, good luck trading.